What's up, guys? If you don't know, I'm Pierre Wilson. I'm in the Army. I did a video about what it's like to be 91 Bravo in the Army, and it wasn't really detailed or anything, but it still got quite a few views, quite a few likes and everything, and a few comments of which shows me that there's people out there, future 91 Bravos, future anything in the Army, and they're out here looking for information and asking me for videos. I got a request for, what it's like for AIT, for us 91 Bravos. And it's pretty cool, that, I've got people in my comments that are basically going to AIT together. I mean, that just shows you how small of a world the Army is, going to the same place, too. I mean, that's weird. YouTube is all around the world, and there's people out there going to the same place. But anyway, so I'm going to give you guys a few, tips and everything for AIT and basic training, and give you an idea of kind of what AIT is like for us. It's not really hardcore. Like I said in my other video, there's a lot of hardcore things you can do in the Army. Obviously 91 Bravo is not one of them, but it is it's a cool MOS, and it's definitely one of the most hard working jobs you can do. Mechanics anywhere, and in the Army it's just as hard, and like I said before, it's just as self-rewarding. So few things. I mean, I don't remember much about basic training and AIT. It was long ago, but there's things you'll go through that you're obviously not going to forget. So basic training, I'll give you a quick rundown. Basically, it's like you see, I'm not going to say like you see on TVs, because there's crazy representations of what it could be on TV, obviously. But so most people don't know that there's actually there's like a process where you go to basic training and you're not really in basic training. It's called reception. It's like a week long, and you add that to your actual time that you're in basic training, and basically you're there for a week with no sleep, and you're tired, and I mean, it's honestly the worst part. Whenever you get to the real basic training stuff, the real training, the real hula stuff, as we would say, it gets better, because you can actually sleep. Unless you're in the field or pulling some kind of night training, you get your sleep at least. So a few tips for basic training would be, the number one, honestly, keep your head down, stay out the way. And we got these things we used to call like drill privates or whatever, like mocking them after the drill sergeants. Don't be one of those guys. I mean, even if you are high speed, which is what we say for somebody just out there trying to get it, trying to go after it, just try and keep your head down through basic training. You don't want to be the guy who's not liked. So just keep that in mind. You kind of want to get through it. I kept my head down all through basic training. They didn't even notice me until the end. I mean, I had drill sergeants at the end at graduation like, who the hell are you? So yeah, man, keep your head down if you can. I mean, everybody messed up. I messed up one time, but I guess they forgot about it. I got sick and left some Kleenexes like on my bunk whenever they came through in the morning and did like it's not really a barracks, but the barracks check. It's just a room full of people if you're at Fort Jackson. Man, I mean, it's not that bad. You get used to it. But yeah, so keep your head down. And another thing is, those few weeks that you're there, 8 or 9 weeks, I can't remember. Those weeks that you're there, it feels like forever. I've been deployed, and those 9 weeks felt longer than that. And you miss home like hell. So my next advice would, you get to bring like one outfit with you and like some underwear and socks or whatever. But that outfit that you bring, you're more than likely you're going to want it to be comfortable, like sweats and a sweatshirt if you're going to a cold place, or if you're going to basic training in the winter or whatever. But bring what you like, and you won't realize how much that stuff will mean to you when you're there. I mean, it will mean a hell of a lot. Bring some good running shoes that you like. If you want to buy some new shoes that you like before you go, and do that, because they kind of let you have that stuff after the end. After you kind of make it through everything, you'll be able to do PT in your running shoes, and I mean, the smell of that, man, it'll remind you of home, and it'll mean a lot. I'm not going to cover basic training too much, because that wasn't really the request of the video. I know it's been long already, but we'll get over to the AIT side of everything. So for 91 Bravos, I know that's what everybody's been waiting for, but for 91 Bravo's going to AIT. If you're going to Fort Lee, which is where I went, which is a big place for ordnance, which is basically the branch of support for the military mechanic stuff. You know, Fort Lee is probably going to be the place where you're at. Like I said, there's 2 people in the comments that are going to Fort Lee. So basically, it's like, I want to say it's like school to be a mechanic, but it's really not the most advanced of courses. It just teaches you what you need to know, kind of not to mess it up, not to fuck it up, not to break shit. It's cool. I mean, it's chill. It's a big step in a breath from basic training, and you know, people being up your ass all the time. It's definitely a breather. You're gonna have fun. I had fun. I made some friends in AIT that I'll never forget. Friends, you know, that I have a closer bond with than I do now in the actual army, and meeting people there. So you're gonna have fun. You know, you'll be able to go out on the weekends and stuff. You'll have like passes. You're not gonna be able to stay, you know, going overnight or anything, but you will be able to go out and have some fun. They have a mall. Let's say you go to Fort Lee. I don't want to cover where you're going too much because you may not go there, but they have a mall and a movie theater in the mall that you'll be able to go to. I mean, I watch movies all day, all night. Yeah, so they'll do a lot of basic stuff, teaching you what a wrench is, how to turn it. And really the most important thing is that you kind of want to take from AIT is the actual vehicles that you'll be working on, like the model numbers, you know, what Humvees, you know, have armor, which ones don't, which ones are used for what, you know, the LMTVs, which are the bigger vehicles, the troop carriers and stuff like that. You know, you kind of want to remember the model numbers and stuff like that, just so you know whenever you get to your unit, you're not really lost when they tell you to go pull up an 1187 or something like that, or a 1087, whatever. You don't, you know, you can kind of remember that stuff, which it takes time, but you'll get it. Other stuff from AIT, really, you got basically just, again, keep your head down. You don't want to get in trouble there. If you get in trouble there, you become a holdover, and that's a bad thing. You know, that prolongs you from going to your unit. So when you get actual orders for where you're going, let's say you're going to Fort Bragg, if you're a holdover for doing some dumb stuff, like somebody asked me if you can drink. I'm not saying drinking is dumb, drinking's fun, but let's say you get in trouble for drinking, you show back up on base and you got alcohol on your breath. Now you're a holdover, you're awaiting some kind of UMCJ, which is military justice, you know, like basically you're waiting on a court hearing from the military. It may not even be the military, it may just be through your unit, but so that can cause you to be a holdover, and then you'll be missing out on your orders, really. Like, let's say you're there and you're supposed to report to Fort Bragg on July 17th, and now you're there through July, and now you might end up going to Korea, even though you asked for something way different. So just be careful, don't get in trouble. I mean, for being a 91 Bravo, like I said, man, it's really on the job training. It's exhausting sometimes, but like I said, it's self-rewarding. Stay out of trouble, pay attention. That's another thing. I know this video is long, man, but so another thing is, like, when you're going through your actual courses, you know, there's like a handwritten class, and then there's like kind of like an on-the-job training thing. Like, you'll go down there and they'll make you work on a vehicle, and kind of test you on what you've learned in the handwriting portion. But in the handwriting portion and everything, where you get your really kind of like hard grades on how you're really doing or what you learned through books, which is, like I said, you're really going to learn the most on the job training. But you'll really benefit if you pay attention and take it, you know, take that stuff serious, because they offer schools for us 91 Bravos like Hotel 8, and you really want to go Hotel 8. I mean, you really want to go Hotel 8. So pay attention in AIT, because if they notice you and you score good and you look good, Hotel 8 is going to push you far in the military if you want to continue to be in 91 Bravo. Those years in the military without Hotel 8 is rough. I'm telling you. You get to go a lot of places. You get to see a lot more things if you're Hotel 8. You get to do a lot more cool stuff. And whenever you re-enlist, you have even better, benefits. Like, for me to re-enlist, I don't know if I should be telling, like, numbers or anything, but for me to re-enlist, if I was Hotel 8, it was almost a $40,000 bonus if I was to re-enlist as Hotel 8 for the amount of years that I did re-enlist for. They really want those people which Hotel 8 is basically like a record. Like, you work on pulling vehicles, like you get stuck vehicles out, recover vehicles and stuff like that, learn how to hook up vehicles, whatever. But yeah, that really helps your career out a lot. You're gonna want that. And a lot of opportunities for Hotel 8 soldiers out there. There's honestly more I could cover about AIT, but this video is getting long. Just hit me up in the comments, and just know AIT is not hard. It's really just the easiest school you've ever been to in your life. I mean, it's basically elementary stuff. It's dumbed down, almost like puzzle pieces. It all goes together. Real easy. My next video will probably be about financial success, in the military, like how to make money while you're in the military. Because, like I said in my previous video, like, being able to take care of yourself and your family while you're in it is gonna, be what really makes it worth it, because there's a lot of people out here who can't take care of themselves, and just because you're joining the military, everybody looks at me and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you get paid a lot because you're in the Army." No, I don't. I'm just smart with my money, so I'll make a video about that. But there's not much more I can say about AIT. Just buckle down, get in the books, but you really don't have to. But pay attention so you can get that Hotel 8 slot. Ask me questions in the comments.